gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. NCAA Elite Eight. More than likely this video will be up after the first game starts, but it'll at least be up before the game's over, so you'll know who I picked. So we're going to run down these four big games today and tomorrow. Out of the South region, we have the 11 seed Cinderella story, Loyola Chicago Ramblers, facing the 9th seed Kansas Jayhawks. Both of these teams are Cinderella teams. We know who Sister Jean's going to be rooting for here. The Ramblers have averaged 65.33 points a game while giving up 64. Every game has been by one possession, one shot. Listen to Go Lake Nwingo in the morning. Listen to them talk about buzzer beaters and what's technically a buzzer beater. I'm sorry, when you're winning by one possession, 1 point, a lot of times, come on. I mean, beating the 6 seed of Miami, the 3 seed Tennessee, the 7 seed Nevada, I'm picking them over the Jayhawks. I don't care. I'm on board. The Cinderella story continues, which the Jayhawks are also a Cinderella story. They have scored the least amount of points average. They've averaged 60 points a game. That's the least of the teams remaining, while giving up the fewest points of any team at 53.33. They've had a fairly, steady run here. They beat Creighton. Then they got a dream bye, I guess you would almost a dream matchup in the second round with UMBC, the 16th seed, what should have been UVA. And then they were able to win that, and they went on to beat Kentucky. First time ever that a 9 seed has faced an 11 seed for a spot in the Final Four. When this should have been 1 and 2. I mean, it's just amazing, these two Cinderella stories. But I got the Rainbows continuing. Sister Jean will be happy with that. In the West, we have 9 seed Florida State Seminoles, which really is a Cinderella story in themselves, versus the 3 seed Michigan Wolverines. The Seminoles have averaged 17.33 a game while giving up 61.33. They beat Missouri, number 1 Xavier, and then the number 4 Gonzaga. The Wolverines 74.66 a game average in the tournament, giving up 60.66. They beat 14 Montana, a 6 seed in Houston, then the 7 seed Texas A&M. They will face the winner of the Loyola Chicago versus Kansas State, which I got Michigan and Loyola, which you get the Cinderella versus the Blue Blood of Michigan. Alright, and the next bracket for the East, we have the 3 seed Texas Tech Red Raiders, averaging 72.33 in the tournament, giving up 63.366, beating SF Austin, the 14 seed, then a 6 seed Florida, then a 2 seed, a little upset there, Purdue, facing the Villanova Wildcats. Number 1 seed, averaging 86 points a game, the most points of any of these teams, while giving up 65. They beat Radford, Alabama, then a 5 seed of West Virginia. They had a typical route to the Sweet 16 that you would have. Now, I will say, and I have them in one of my brackets. The right-hand side of my brackets actually look pretty good right now on one of them. I have Villanova and Kansas in this game. I have Villanova winning this against Texas Tech. Out of the Midwest, we have the 2 seed Duke Blue Devils versus the number 1 seed Kansas Jayhawks. The Blue Devils scoring 81.66 a game, giving up 64.66. Typical route, they beat a 15 Iona, a 7 seed Rhode Island, and then the other Cinderella in this tournament, Syracuse, to beat them. Jayhawks 79.66 a game. They've actually gave up the most points at 71.66, but they're scoring almost 80 a game, so you can give up 71 if you're scoring 80. They had the typical route, 16 Penn, 9 seed Seton Hall, 5 seed Clemson. I had the Jayhawks winning. One of my brackets on the right side, I got Kansas Villanova. Hey, I mean, we're going to be there, hopefully. Then I have another bracket, Michigan and Kansas. So, hey, I got a couple teams there, and then Villanova and Duke. So, yeah, my left side of my bracket blew up on day 2, along with almost everybody else. So, I got Final Four of 11 seed Loyola Chicago versus the 3 seed Michigan Wolverines. On the other side, I got the 1 seeds Villanova and Kansas. In the round of 64, I went 22-10 on my picks. On round of 32, which I did not film and put up, I went 8-8. I'm glad I did film that. The round of 16, I went 5-3. So hey, we'll see what I do here in the Elite 8. Stay tuned to Urban Sports Show for the Final Four preview, along with the finals preview. Make sure if you're a sports fan, you check out the NASCAR STP 500 preview. Each and every week I'll do a NASCAR preview. If you're a pro wrestling fan, check out the Road to NXT TakeOver New Orleans. Check out the Road to WrestleMania. And then the previews of everything going on WrestleMania weekend. It's all that coming to Urban Sports Show over the next 2 weeks on the lead up to the NCAA finals and WWE WrestleMania 34. As always, thanks for watching the Urban Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Urban Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.